Grydscaen, Sentinels, Bloodline, audio drama by Natsuya Uesugi, Chapter 2, Part 2, The Dauphin's Escape. Curious at Shannon's words, Lino heard noises, feeling something near the front gate. The strange feeling caught his attention, an uneasy tension, lingering just off the perimeter. A malevolent intent, heavy, like a dark mist. Something was off, unusual. A servant came over with a tray offering refreshment. An iron supply drink, young master? Lino smiled, taking the glass, then set it back on the tray unfinished. The darkness coming closer, his eyes darting to the gate. The servant inquired, "What is it, bloodline?" Shannon spoke, having heard the servant. "Blood of one, blood of all." "You know the Pacific Territory's saying, your blood is your destiny, young one." "My destiny?" Lino set the glass down unfinished, the servant leaving. Suddenly, Shannon tensed, glancing towards the gate, fingering the dagger at his hip. Triggered, tapping his earpiece, he barked orders as the lights in the front garden blazed in, security dashing from the main house surrounding Lino. "Take the prince. Get him out of here. It's not safe." Lino turned. "Shannon, what's happening?" Nodding, Shannon gestured to Bowery, the butler, who grabbed Lino's wrist. The rumblings growing closer, Shannon recognized the hum of troop carriers descending on their position. "Get him out of here. Sentinels, on me." Seconds later, headlights blinding from the front gate, 4 heavy armored technical vehicles stopped at the gate. Armed Janai soldiers swarming out, firing machine guns at the Hallett Hall house grounds. Shannon yelled, "Get him out of here! Secure the perimeter!" Rushing towards the gates with the guards, a team of sentinels deployed from the foyer, racing out of the main house toward Shannon. Imperial Guard and sentinels lining up on Shannon as he barked orders. Galen approached in his white uniform with the traditional sentinel's red crimson cross on the front. A young Mr. Stewart coming to attention, waiting for Shannon's orders, as Lino, with his 2 personal bodyguards, ran back into the house. Galen and Mr. Stewart, on Shannon, rushed the front gate, attacking the intruders, who teleported to the thick iron gate, overtaking the grounds, causing Bowery to yank Lino by the arm as the danger escalated. The servants and Hallett Hall house staff scrambling to activate the internal barricades as they came towards Lino's mother, the 4th consort, Lady Juliana, and Lino's younger brother, Sebastian, and little sister, Alessandra, just babies, pushed behind the stairs, opening the hidden passage to the underground shelter, the nanny guarding the children, keeping them close. Lino watched, following after Bowery, as the walls of the house shifted and changed, the barricades forming by an ancient technology that he remembered from his classes Shannon taught on royal history. They had been erected from ancient magic, built by prophet ceremonial mages and trance channelers, tasked historically by the sacred trance channeler enclave. Arriving at the shelter, Juliana stopped short at the elaborately carved etched doors, touching Lino's cheek gently, whispering to him as Bowery leaned in close. The heavy metal doors to the shelter closed slowly behind them, moving by an arcane system of intricately interlaced locks that controlled the gates only a sentinel could open. The serene look on Juliana's face, her eyes pleading, "It's just another Good Friday, Lino. Bowery, you must take him to the trance channeler. The day has come. It is time." Bowery acknowledged, "Yes, my lady." She resisted entering the shelter. "Lino is the bloodline. He must not be captured." A black-cloaked security guard shoved his radio in his pocket, pulling a blaster, then grabbed Juliana's arm, pushing her through. "Come, my lady, we must go. Hallett Hall is compromised. The Atlantea Federation has breached the perimeter." Bowery's clothing morphed into a white sentinel's uniform, the red cross on the front. He retreated with Lino down the corridor. Mr. Stewart, another sentinel, with Lady Juliana calling after him. "Bowery will take care of Prince Lino. You are the changeling. You have but one task. Come, lady, we must fly." Bowery turned for a quick glance, calling after Mr. Stewart. "Stewart, you the same. Come, Lino, we must go now." Grabbing his wrist, Bowery vanished with Lino teleporting away to safety as Mr. Stewart slammed the doors of the unpenetrable sanctuary, perfectly hidden from view as the walls continued to shift and change, hiding the entrance. The corridor that Bowery and Lino had taken was hidden as the walls shifted, covering their tracks, hiding their retreat. Moments later, the Atlantean Federation force overran the perimeter, entering Hallett Hall, wounding Galen, who hovered over a bleeding Shannon. Offering a hand, Shannon slapped Galen's arm away, pushing off the grass as he checked the wound at his side and glanced towards the Hallett Hall front entrance, a group of armor-clad Jedi warriors swarming the front steps. Shannon sheathed his daggers at his hip. "I'll be fine. Check the family." "Sir." Galen pulled a handheld, calling Mr. Stewart. Sizing up the situation, the Imperial Guard regrouped as Galen relayed the update, and Mr. Stewart, who was with Juliana and the family, safe from harm. "The bloodline is away. We have the first consort. The children are safe. The Viceroy has been taken to a safe house. We are secure." Galen relayed the information to Shannon. "Stewart, I leave the royal family to you." Mr. Stewart confirmed. "I will guard them with my life." Juliana hovered with the nanny in the corner as she watched the children with her lady-in-waiting and essential staff. Shannon had the Imperial Guard regroup and attack the Jedi forces outside the Hallett Hall gate, cutting off their advance as the rest of the team retreated. Overwhelmed by reserve Atlantean Federation shock troops that swarmed the perimeter, toppling the gate with a hover tank, they were unable to hold, as he worried Hallett Hall could eventually fall as they waited on reinforcements from the palace. Regrouping for one last desperate attack, Shannon readied his troops, fist in the air, standing beside Galen. He raised his daggers high, meeting his eyes, as the men formed on him. For the Viceroy. Rushing in, they attacked. End Chapter 2, Part 2.